Sanbonani, young teachers, Buyani. Today we are talking to young teachers. Today. If you are having less than 3 years as a teacher, this video is for you. If you are still a student, maybe you haven't started working yet, you are still looking for a job, this video is for you. I want to talk to you. So, Buyan. As usual, the video is sponsored by Prompt Finance. If you need any money between 500 and 8,000 rand, just Google Prompt Finance. Within a minute, immediate when we receive your application, you get your money same time. You just take your phone, Google Prompt Finance, any amount between 500 rand and 8,000 rand. If you need money for petrol, if you need money for school fees, if you need money for food, electricity and all those things, Prompt is for you. So they've sponsored this video. Thank you very much, Prompt Finance. If you haven't subscribed to our channel, please do so. Please do subscribe. Yeah, just subscribe. So next time when we post something, you'll be the first to get a notification. Then you can be able to watch us. Again, we encourage you to like the video, comment on the comment section. If you want to criticize us, you can do so. If you want to give a compliment, you are also welcome to do so. But in order for us to see that you are watching, please interact. We get a lot of views, but the comments so and the subscription so please subscribe. We are talking to young teachers today, ladies and gentlemen. We just want to talk about the lifestyle of teachers. We just want to talk about their finances, affordability, things that they can and things that they cannot do. So yeah, we're talking about that. It is not a secret, ladies and gentlemen, that teachers are known as people who are not getting paid much. If people want to make jokes about people who are getting paid less, they talk about teachers. I remember now when I told people that I'm starting to become a teacher, everyone was like, you want to be broke for the rest of your life. So teachers are known as people who do not have money, people who are getting paid peanuts. However, ladies and gentlemen, I did say even on my first video to say, no, teachers are not getting paid less. That's not true. Teachers are not getting paid less. Teachers are getting paid just enough for them to survive. They are paid enough for them to live a good life. Yeah, enough for them to live a good life. So the reason for this video, I just want to caution newly appointed teachers, especially those that are young. The reason my target is the teachers who are young is because I myself started working as a teacher at a very, very young age. So I know the challenges that is facing I know what they are facing. I know. So I believe I'm in a good position to give advice. We know that when you're a student, you're not used to money, okay? The only money that we get as students, we used to get it while I was a student myself, is money from NSFAS or money from the Funza Lusaka Pasari. If you're not used to money, if you get that money, yeah, but say blew, we just blew that money. Net 9 gain and we buy clothes, we buy iPhones, we spend it reckless. We take our girlfriends out. Yeah, that's it. Being a student is all about that. So again, when you start working, now you get the real money. When you get paid, your first month, just get a salary. What? Our number responsibilities, there are no debit orders, there are no loans, there are no car installments. Yeah? So yeah, that's where a lot of people miss it. And once they miss from this step, where when they start working, they don't have much responsibilities. If they make mistakes from there, these mistakes, they normally affect them for the whole of their career, their entire career, because they make mistakes. Those are the mistakes that I want to talk about so that I can advise teachers to enjoy their money, not to make the mistakes that a lot of people who are struggling, they've made. If you are a student, a lot of students at tertiary, they are having credit accounts where they've got an account at Truworths, they've got an account at Woolworths, they've got an account at Macamp, Identity, and all these clothing shops. It's easy to get an account. Okay, if you're a student, one day see that there's money that comes from your parents, the allowance that you get from your parents, the money that you get from the bursaries, so you just qualify for these credits. But most students, they are reckless. Okay, so they are reckless, so they get these credits, then use the money, and then they don't pay back, and that is not reflecting good on your credit profile. So a lot of people, when they start working, they want to buy cars. They can't buy cars because they've got bad credit scores from the Lama accounts app. When it comes to girls, there's a store called Rage or Range, I don't know. They think they sell shoes there. We know girls, they like shoes, so they normally buy shoes, they on credit, and then they don't pay back. So that thing, it stays on your credit. By the time you want real credit, then it affects you. So as a student, please make sure that you stay away from those things. Those who are still students with accounts, please try to minimize. Please try to minimize. It's fine, maybe you can have one account, one clothing account. Do not have when I saw former accounts, mind you, account at Truworths, account for Chin, account Edgar's, account Macam, young when account Borage, then it will be difficult for you to pay your student. And it's unema contract cell phones, iStore, Vodacom, but now when you pay my iPhone, my Samsung like Dura. So let us avoid, if possible, avoid to have credit at all when you're a student. Avoid to have credit at all. Yeah, just avoid. I am advising that you avoid. But if you, if needs arise, just have one. Do not have a lot, man. It becomes difficult to pay back, and it affects your credit score if you don't pay it back on time. Okay. Now, when you start working, you know your bank will notice that now there's money coming into your account, and then now they will start to give you offers. They will call to say you qualify for a 300,000 loan, you qualify for 250, you qualify for 150,000 loan, you qualify for a credit card of 60,000 rand. Please, please, please do not fall for that trap. Do not fall for that trap. Immediately someone tells you that you can get 300,000, 350,000 now. You see, you did not have any need for 350,000. But now the fact that someone has told you about 350,000 that you can get just now, already is a figure on your head to say, I can do 1, 2, 3, I can do 1, 2. Now you start thinking, what is it that you can do with this money? Which is wrong. You don't need the money. That's why you will end up getting that 300,000. Then you buy clothes, you buy iPhone case, you buy very useless things. Some of you buy second-hand cars, which will give you a headache. You take the 350,000, you buy a car, it will buy cars for 100,000. Then you start spanner every day when now you are fixing, then you end up spending more money fixing the car than you buying a new car altogether. So those are the mistakes that I want to address here. So when you start working, I advise number one to say, please reject those offers from your bank to say they want to give you credit cards and they want to give you loans. Please stay away from those things, okay? Try to save as much money as possible. If you are working closer to your school, please get a place that is not too expensive, okay? That is not too expensive. At the same time, it must be safe. Remember not to compromise your safety. So do not get excited to pay less in a place where you are not safe. Your safety comes first. Now you're a teacher, you've got beautiful clothes, and the Bonyaope boys, they want those things. They will come for you. So get a place that is safe. Try to get one that is not too expensive though, okay? If you are working in rural areas, let's say you are working at home, you are staying at home, then that's a bonus. It's good to wake up from home and then go to work. Obviously, you've cut on rent, you are not paying rent there, you are sorted. Then try to save as much money as you can. If you are able to walk to work, or if maybe your workplace is accessible with the public transport, please use the public transport. Don't give yourself pressure to say you want to buy a car right away. No, don't rush to buying a car. have money, have money, have money. Now, when you finally decide to get yourself a car, my advice is do not get a car that is taking 25, more than 25% of your salary, your net salary, 25% or less for a car. Yes, 25% or less for a car. Anything more than that, you don't afford the car. Of course, the bank will give you a car that is expensive. They will give you a Polo GTI, a Golf GTI that takes 12,000, 10, 11, 12,000. You afford it, of course, but remember, the car still needs fuel, the car needs a service, the car needs tires. That maintenance, it will take all your salary, and then you will struggle. You won't be able to pay for the other essentials, your rent, food, paying school fees for your children. Maybe you've got siblings that you need to take care of as well. So you must also be careful of those things. So that is why I say car must take 25% or less of your net salary. Then coming to accommodation, a house. Teachers now, they are buying bond houses, which is beautiful. I've indicated that we are known as the profession that is not getting paid much. But the current generation of young teachers, they're changing that status quo. Now they've got bond houses, they've got nice cars, which is very, very good. However, when you decide to go for a bond house, please, it must not take 40% of your net. It must not take 40% of your net. It must not take 40% of your net. If it's more than that, then you don't afford it. Okay, you don't afford it. So it's 40% for your accommodation, for your house, and then it's 25% for the car. Then you will be able to survive. You'll be able to do the other things. Don't buy too expensive clothes. Buy clothes and look good. You're a teacher, of course, but do not buy things that are too expensive. Things that are too expensive, no. They will compromise you. You won't be able to enjoy your money at the end of the day, and you will be forced to keep up. If we know that you are dressing expensive clothes, we will expect to see you at that level. So do not set up yourself for failure. So try to maintain a standard that you can afford. Okay, and maintain a standard that you can afford. Again, talking about loans, avoid to take loans as much as you can. Only go for loans if it's really something that is serious, a pressing issue that forces you to get a loan or a credit card. Okay, you must try to stay away from those things, because if you take a loan and then you don't need the money, you end up using that money for things that are not really very important, or having a credit card that will allow you to have access to money at any time. No, try to stay away from those things. Again, try to stay away from loan sharks. Stay away from umashonis. Who will come looking for you at the school. Stay away from those guys. Try to stay away from those guys. Yeah, as a teacher, now it doesn't look good if those guys come and look for you. Stay away from them. Again, their interests are crazy. If you need credit, go to the bank, or rather go to prompt finance, because prompt finance is NCR regulated, and the interests are very reasonable. And with prompt, they won't come chasing you. They blacklist you, or they hand you over. So dealing with lawyers is better than dealing with someone that will come. So yeah, you must stay away from those people. Again, saving money is also very, very important. Try to save money. 2 weeks before payday, I so donsa one when so boleka timali to everyone. No, don't do that to yourself. Okay, don't do that to yourself. Try to have money that will maintain you for the whole month. Okay, so when you start working, make sure that you save the money. Do not just blow it. Every weekend, you go to expensive restaurants, you buy expensive alcohol, taking people out. We're not saying don't do it. I do it myself, okay? But to a certain extent, and it's to a certain extent. Every weekend you're out. These restaurants are expensive. If you are there an average of at least 1,000 rand, now pumenje out to a proper restaurant, it's gone. So if you're gonna go every weekend, it means at least 4,000 in a month is gone on those things. If you are drinking alcohol, it's worse. You're gonna go you will spend more money. So please try to avoid as much as you can. If you're a girl, ungakhiphi my boyfriend, yabona mus, ungakhiphi my boyfriend now and again. Don't impress too much. The same applies with gentlemen. Don't impress the girls a lot. Yeah, mundu wako nje, your partner, it's fine once in a while, just enjoy and be happy, but don't do it too often, otherwise we don't afford to do that. Then if possible, also try to get an alternative income. It's good to always have a side hustle that will give you extra cash on top of the salary that you're getting. However, you must be mindful to say this money, your side hustle must not interfere with your main job. Remember, your main job comes first. So whatever side hustle that you're having, it must not interfere with your job. You must respect your job, okay? You must respect your job. So your job comes first. We've seen teachers, I've got friends who are teachers who are having makawashi, they're doing well, and we support them. I also see some of, especially the female teachers, they are having products that they are selling. They are selling these beauty products. I don't know the brands that they are selling, but it's side hustle for them. So if you can do that, please do that. There are a lot of other options that you can go for that can give you extra income to supplement your salary. So please do that. But what is important is for you not to spend much money on things that are not necessary. This one is too steady. Okay. Yeah, so this video is just advising to say, with your money, please try to be economic, try to save, so that you can live a lifestyle right. When buying cars, again, do not buy an old car. Try to get a car that is new but not too expensive, to avoid the poglungisa every day. Okay. Again, do not compare your situation with those of friends. Some friends, they are coming from families that are well off, so don't compare yourself with them. If your friend is buying a car and you are not ready to buy a car yet, rest. Okay, rest, my colleague, until the time is right. Then you can go for a car. So let us be careful with our money. Let us save money. Let us make sure we are having good credit scores, because that is very important. If your finances are not in good order, believe me, it also affects your performance at work. Your work performance is also affected, because while you are supposed to teach the kids, you are thinking of the people that you did not pay, you are thinking of their rent, you are thinking of all those things, then you end up not performing at work. So it shouldn't interfere. The school does not really care about your personal life. So make sure that your work is not affected by your personal life. Ladies and gentlemen, let us have financial literacy. If you can read books, also buy books that are talking about financial management, financial literacy. I read a lot of books by Robert Kiyosaki, Rich Dad Poor Dad. I've read Why Student A work for student C, and then student B work for the government. It's a book, a very interesting book by Robert. There are a lot of books that talks about financial literacy. So please read. And if you get it right in the first 2-3 years, then your finances will be healthy for the rest of your career. But if you fail in the first 2-3 years when you are working, then you'll have a problem for the rest of your life, for the rest of your career, I mean to say. So when it comes to bonds, if you can take a bond at an early age in your 20s, that is good. Go for it, because if you take it early, you're gonna finish it early. Remember, a bond is 20 years, so the earlier the better. So if you take your bond at 45, at 50, 60, you also retire. Now your pension money, you must pay off my bond. Because if you can pay it early if you can start in your 20s, then that's a good idea. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. That's all about today's lesson. Thank you for watching. Remember to subscribe.